welcome to the Ice and Dum Dum podcast. Well, you're going to be your weekly source of entertainment. I'm Ice. This is Dum
What's
Dum.
up? Dum Dum here.
We'll start just this is our first one. We'll start with a little introduction. We're probably going to focus a lot on gaming, maybe some movies and stuff. We have a group of us to do a bunch of movies. Probably branch out into that in the near future once everything's kind of getting back to normal. But right now, mostly gaming. Firstly, this first week. So for me, Ice, I do a lot of gaming on Xbox. I don't PC game very often. I do some like RTSs on the computer, but most of my stuff is Xbox related. I'm really big into first person shooters, Halo specifically. Sports games here and there. I'd say probably RPGs, a lot of the Bethesda stuff. So I'm kind of excited with the Xbox news, as you could probably guess by hearing that.
$7.5 billion.
$7.5 billion. We're going to touch on that too. That's going to be our first topic, I think. But we'll get to that. Yeah, I mean, I get around the gaming though, but I play a little bit of everything. All right, I'll let Dum Dum introduce himself now.
What's up, guys? Dum Dum. So I play a little bit of Xbox, mostly Xbox. First-person shooters, Rocket Leagues, some sports games, although you know how it is with NBA and Madden. They're all the same game every year now. Played the new UFC. It was all right. Dibble-dabbled in it. Play some PC games. Played WoW Classic when it came out. That game was fun, but played a little bit of RuneScape here and there. You know, I dibble-dabble in a little bit of everything. Do not play PlayStation, though. Only Xbox, some PC. I know Ice doesn't play PlayStation either, but good news is me and Ice both got the Xbox pre-ordered.
Yes, we both managed to do that. That was a pain. Dum Dum was actually working.
Yes, I drive truck, and I had to pull over, park in the parking lot for 30 minutes with people looking at me as I'm sitting there scrolling on my phone on the GameStop website trying to get an Xbox. But thankfully, the site crashed so many times that it gave me a chance to order one, which was good.
So, and I actually managed to get 3, which I got, my wife actually was helping me order at the same time. She actually ended up ordering one, and I ended up ordering one at the same time. So that's where we got 2, but I was selling one to one of my buddies anyway, who didn't end up getting one. And then later in the day, Best Buy, I get a notification from them that somehow my order went through. I got it like 2 hours later. So I got one from them. So one of my other buddies now that didn't end up getting one's getting one too. So I ended up lucking out and ended up helping a few people out with that. But hey, it worked out, I guess. How do you feel about the new generation? You excited?
I'm excited. It's going to be a lot more powerful than the consoles that we have now, and I'm excited for the frame rates are definitely going to go up, which is going to feel good for your eyes. You know, there's nothing like playing a first-person shooter and it's stalling out at 30 frames a second. That's the
it's the best, right? You love it.
When you're shooting someone and your bullets aren't registering, it's just not a good time.
I agree with you on that. I'm excited for it. I mean, I just can't I can't believe how much more powerful we're actually getting. This is actually going to be especially for the Series X. I mean, the Series S is cool. It's kind of like the starting level for the next one, but we both ended up scoring Series X's, which we're both happy we got. I mean, that's going to be, it's like a little tower, like a PC tower almost.
Oh yeah. I think it's going to be hilarious too when all the parents go to the stores and they're trying to buy an Xbox for their kid. And they're going to be like, do you want the Xbox X, the Xbox S? Wait, do you want to finance that? Does it come with Game Pass? These parents are going to be so lost.
If they're not gamers, they're going to be like, I have not a clue what any of that means. Yes.
He's going to end up with a Nintendo Switch Lite. And
you're going to be happy, Jimmy. You're going to be happy with your Nintendo Switch. I got overwhelmed.
But Dad, I already have this. Nope.
You have another one.
It's going to be an interesting holiday season.
What I find really entertaining about the new generation is, so being a bigger Xbox fan than I'm a PlayStation fan, which PlayStation I don't hate on. Their exclusives are cool, but for me, the real reason why I was an Xbox player outside of Halo was the controller. I can't stand the small controller and the two joysticks on the bottom of the controller. I think that is the worst placement. I feel like you have to be a small child to use that controller. So I am happy to see that their new controller, I don't know if you saw the PS5's new controller, it actually is a little beefier now. Like they're like, "Oh, let me make controller for like grown-ups."
Like they think the men are gonna switch over to PlayStation, but believe me, the old N64 had a better controller than the current PlayStation one.
Do
Right
you
now.
remember that thing with the three handles and you gotta like, oh wow.
That was the best gaming ever. Let's be real.
I
When
did
you
play a
had
lot
to
of gold.
blow
I did play
on
a
your
lot of GoldenEye.
Yeah, you had to blow on the cartridge and
Oh,
stick it back in. And you had to go to the store to buy the 64 megabyte little memory disk and put them in.
Yep.
64 megabytes that would save all your games that you ever played on N64.
You didn't have to worry about anything. Never had to worry about
it.
it.
It was amazing.
Now you can't do anything with that.
Yeah,
64 megabytes, you won't even start your Xbox up.
Yeah, that's the good thing about the new Xbox too. A terabyte.
Terabyte.
I'm sure I know I'll fill that up quick.
I know. But did you? I don't know if you saw. I think I sent you the report. Like at first they were saying that you weren't going to be able to hook up your old externals. It wasn't going to run like properly. Blah blah blah. You had to use their patented one that they're coming out with. But the good news is that you can still use your external. It's just not going to take the full advantage of the Xbox Series X. So what they're saying is install all your Xbox Series X stuff on the Xbox Series X internal. All your Xbox 360, Xbox One, like stuff that isn't upgraded, it'll still play fine. It's just not going to be perfect like on that, which is a good thing because I mean, I've got a 4 terabyte external hard drive right now. Like it's going to suck going from that to 1 terabyte.
Yeah, I never even bought an external hard drive for my Xbox, so I just keep deleting and reinstalling games, and it fills up quick, especially when you download like Halo and
my mind.
Gigs. Yeah, I was gonna buy one for everyone listening to the podcast. I bought one, and I returned it immediately because this was like 3 months before I pre-ordered the Xbox. So in my head, I'm like, why am I gonna pre-order? I mean, why am I gonna get an external hard drive when I can just get the new Xbox that's gonna have more space?
Okay, that's fair. But now you know you could have actually used it.
I could. I still can. I have time. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the store is running out of external hard drives.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean,
like
they have a thing called Amazon.
That is true.
So what I want to talk about now with the Xbox is what about that ZeniMax purchase? They got so many studios. I mean, most importantly, they got Bethesda, which come on. That is crazy. That is $7.5 billion investment.
Yeah, and I gotta say the Elder Scrolls Online, or the Elder Scrolls series total, all of them are some of the best games across platforms, no matter what.
Easily. I mean, that's one of my top franchises. Is that I think Elder Scrolls? Like, come on. When I saw that, when I woke up that morning and saw that, I was like, did I wake up on April Fool's Day? Like, what is going on right now? Is this a joke? Like, then I saw the price tag of $7.5 billion.
They were not messing around.
And I've been seeing a lot of people saying that they think that the PlayStation's still going to get the Fallout and Elder Scrolls series. But I don't know. Because now, if you got to play some of the biggest franchises in the world, like, you need to get an Xbox or play on the PC, like, play in that ecosystem. I don't think you spend $7.5 billion to not sell more consoles, to not get people on Game Pass. But a lot of people are saying that they think that they're still going to do it. I can't see it. What about you?
Yeah, you're 100% right. I think that Xbox, Microsoft is definitely trying to scoop up these games that are, AAA games. They're amazing. And PlayStation 5, really the only thing that it has going for it, in my opinion, is their exclusives. And if you take out a huge exclusive like that, that's a hit. PlayStation. Well, I mean,
it wasn't exclusive before. It was a multi-plat game. But I'm saying, like, now PlayStation can't get that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Microsoft makes it exclusive only to Microsoft, to Xbox players, then, I mean, I know PlayStation has some good exclusives like God of War and stuff, but
I don't think you spent $7.5 billion to not make it exclusive.
Yeah,
I can't just see that.
That's too much money to not do something with the franchise.
Exactly. Not like, okay, yeah, I just spent it. Yeah, we're going to make money off you. No, I want to make money for me. I want to make you come into my Game Pass. I want to make sure I'm getting that, $6 a month or whatever it is, or $15 a month for the Ultimate. Like, I can't imagine that they would.
Xbox is definitely, with the new console coming out, they're pushing Game Pass hard.
I mean, but for the money, if you really do it, for the money, Game Pass is worth it.
100%. I've played 30 games, 40 games off of Game Pass easily.
You get every Microsoft exclusive from this point on, which now is all those games.
Yep.
And they have so many random games on there that, like, if you're bored one day and you're like, you know what, let me try this. And now they're adding EA Play, so you get all the EA stuff on there. Like, it's almost a no-brainer at this point. I mean, I know you're paying a subscription and everything subscriptions, but I was a late adopter to it. I was like one of those like, a little skeptical. They're gonna lure you in, and then all of a sudden gonna be like, let me pop up the price. But they haven't done that yet, and I'm in it. I use it. I think it's great.
Yeah,
but I think PlayStation is doing
good.
something now too. They're trying to do their own version of Game Pass. I forgot what it's called. Like I think they just updated the PS Plus or whatever it is, or PlayStation Plus. So I think they see that's where the money is.
I mean, all the subscription services now, like Netflix, Hulu, all these things that run off subscription services are killing it. Absolutely killing it.
It's the way of the future.
Yeah, it's going to be weird buying stuff outright anymore, especially like the new Xbox. That's one thing. Like they're putting it so you can finance it. You know what I mean? Like
through X, yeah,
which is
with your Game Pass.
Yes, exactly. So Microsoft is just getting money every month from all these sources, which is
they make. I mean, good for them. I think what they said, they have 15 million people now on Game Pass.
Yeah, and what is it, like $11 a month now, or I don't know. I have the.
I know the Ultimate's 15. I know
Ultimate's 15. I just have the Ultimate, so I know that's $15. But I think Game Pass by itself is almost $10.
But that's crazy money. That's crazy money just pouring in every month.
Yeah,
and I'm sure they have to pay like the third party people. They probably have to pay them some money to be on Game Pass. But
for sure. I mean,
still,
all their exclusives going on Game Pass are just going to be, that's worth it in itself. You pay $120 a year or $180 if you have, Game Pass Ultimate, and you get all the games right when they get released.
This is true. And what I still do is too, like, if they put a game on there, like even like the Microsoft exclusive, I want it. I still go out and buy the game. I still like having like a hard copy of some games. I'm still that guy. I still like having a collection. Like when Infinite comes out, it'll be pre-downloaded on my Xbox through Game Pass. But when they announce a Legendary Edition, I'll be one of the first people pre-ordering it, add it to the rest of my Legendary Editions. So I like that option though. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't have to, and then I can have it. I don't know. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a great. I love it. And this is somebody who does not like subscription base. I think there were too many subscriptions, but that is a subscription that I really enjoy having.
I can't tell you how much money comes out of my bank account every month for all these subscriptions that
right?
I have.
It's crazy.
YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, Xbox. It's insane, but it's they price it affordably, so it barely even hurts you. It looks like.
I know, and that's what it is. You don't recognize it after you pay it a few months. You're like, oh, wow, that's right. And then you look at your bank account. Oh, shit, look how many subscriptions I pay.
Yeah, you're like, how is my bank account at $4.69? I just got declined for 2 Big Macs. Like, let me eat.
I guess you're just getting 1 Big Mac now.
Yeah, I'll just switch it to 2 McChickens, whatever.
Oh, man. The other news is that 2 things. Rumor mill, Xbox possibly trying to buy Sega. And Sony trying to buy, was it Capcom or something else? I don't know if it's rumors that people are just starting because now they're like worried about exclusives and stuff like that. But it does sound like it could have some truth to it. I mean, they clearly both want to play hardball this generation.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Sega and Capcom. I feel like you're going almost a little too old school trying to buy these things instead of trying to reinvent something new.
I think Microsoft wanted, like, the thought process with Microsoft wanting Sega is that it would do better in the Japanese market.
Sure.
Because they have no foothold over there. And even that whole Asian market, they don't have a foothold, where Sony does have the foothold.
All I know is I used to play Sonic Pinball 24/7.
You look like somebody who played Sonic Pinball 24/7.
That was every time you loaded up, Sega. Every time. That's all you heard. Capcom, I didn't really play too much Capcom stuff.
I mean, I play a little bit of Capcom, nothing too crazy. I'm not like a
Yeah,
big
but
Capcom fan.
I know over in the like China, Japan, they're definitely more into those, Sega and Capcom games, 8-bit games, all that stuff in America that we don't play
Oh,
too
people play
often.
them, just not as. It's not as.
Yeah,
It's like a niche market.
exactly.
Um, the other thing, like, this is part of me being a little bit of an Xbox fanboy. One thing I do love this generation is at going from Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 to 4 and Xbox One. PlayStation 4 killed it in the PR. They took everything Xbox did for the Xbox One and they just were like, let me show you how PlayStation is better. And like when they were I will never forget that after the Xbox is like, oh, you're not gonna be able to like share games and blah blah blah. And then PlayStation was like, oh, this is how you share games. And it was two guys and they just walked up to each other and handed the game to each other. And like
Yeah.
PlayStation killed it. This time around, PlayStation is severely dropping the ball. Xbox is killing it. It's like they go back and forth each generation. I think it's hilarious. I mean, being an Xbox fan, I enjoy it this time around more than I did last time. But like I think I was telling you and a couple of other buddies that Xbox's Twitter was like, this is how you upgrade from an Xbox One game to an Xbox X. You just turn it on.
You buy it, yeah.
Just
If
buy
you
it.
bought
Like,
it, you got it.
Because PlayStation's like, no, we're not doing that. Like, you got to buy an extra copy or an upgraded version,
Which is absolutely ridiculous. You're gonna buy a different version of your game just to play on a newer console. That's like me playing World of Warcraft, and then I get a new PC that's better, and like now you gotta buy World of Warcraft again.
you got to
No,
buy World of Warcraft upgraded edition.
yeah, like no, thank you. That's
Which, like, so the thing is, and I'm not defending PlayStation here when I say this, but this is technically considered a new generation. And this, most times when the new generation comes out, they do make people like, remember Grand Theft Auto? Grand Theft Auto came out in the 360 and the 3. And then you had to buy a new one for the 1 and the PlayStation 4. So it's nothing new. It's just Xbox this time is being super consumer friendly about it.
I mean, PlayStation. The thing is, they're gonna get away with it too, because people are gonna upgrade their stuff. People are gonna pay the premium so that they can play on the new Xbox.
Especially if they really like the game and they want to see what it looks like in the new sick graphics.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're gonna pay it.
All right. What do you think about still video games, but what game or games are you most excited for?
I know you're gonna get a kick out of this, but the other day I read they're coming out with a new Monster Hunter World.
Of course.
March.
Of course they are.
I know Ice 50 doesn't like these games. What?
Is it a new game or is it just a DLC?
No, it's a brand new Monster Hunter World.
Can't wait to see you on Xbox just playing it all the time and me just being like, what a dum-dum.
Yeah, Ice 50 doesn't really like does not like the Japanese style game so much.
I don't know. I don't like I'm into fantasy, I'm into all that, but I don't like the games with like the sword is like 4 times the size of your guy. I just can't get into it. Can't do it.
No, I mean, Final Fantasy, Monster Hunter World, good games.
I'm sure they're great games. They're just not for me.
I know you'll stick to your Halo.
So what is that? Is that the only thing you're looking forward to?
I mean, I did buy the new Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning, the updated version. I haven't played it yet, but I'm excited to play it.
That was a great game. That sucks, that whole situation with that studio and everything, but that was a great game, the original one.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Kurt Schilling actually was the maker of that game. Kurt Schilling was the
head of the studio, owned the studio. Kurt Schilling used to play. It was a MLB baseball player. Ended his career with the Sox, getting us our first World Series.
Yeah, you can still look up videos of his bloody sock, I'm sure, on YouTube.
The bloody sock. Yep, can't forget that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a whole tragic. That cost the state of Rhode Island a lot of money.
They were not happy about it.
No, I don't think they're still not happy about it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that whole studio went bankrupt, which is unfortunate because that game is a masterpiece. Honestly,
it was
way ahead of its time.
The amount of lore in that game was insane.
Yeah, and that's the. So there's supposed to be 5 extra hours of like DLC in this one, and they were saying the amount of lore extra that they put in would take you like 100 hours to explore.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's no. That I said I played the original. The original is well. This is still the original. This is a remaster, but I mean I played it when it first came out. It was a really good game. Um, let's see what else. I've obviously. I mean we've probably could figure. I'm looking forward to Halo Infinite. I was partially bummed when it was delayed, but I'd rather it be good than suck when it comes out. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with the delay. I think more studios should delay. I know it's a bummer for everybody involved. Like you don't get the game when you originally thought you were going to, but like I said, as long as it comes out and it rocks, then I can't complain about that.
A lot of these games that are getting released now. I mean, look at Borderlands 3 when it came out, the new Call of Duty. All these games that are getting released and they're crashing your Xbox and you can't even play. That your Xbox is overheating because it's trying to process stuff that it can't figure out because the game's not finished.
An Xbox One X, the most advanced console that is released right now. When Borderlands 3 came out, my Xbox crashed. I couldn't even count how many times. I stopped playing Borderlands. I stopped playing it because I said I'm done with this. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, you could hear your Xbox too. You could hear the fans start going, and
you're like, "Oh, here we go."
Like, oh God, this is not good for this console.
What else am I looking? I'm looking forward to for Cyberpunk. I think that's going to be a good game. I'm really, like CD Projekt Red's a really good studio, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, so Valhalla. That looks, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I was going to say Ragnarok, but Valhalla.
That's different.
Yeah, that looks good. I think that'll be a fun time. I'm trying to think what else.
Might have to get that game, even though I've never played an Assassin's Creed in my life.
Odyssey was fantastic. I mean, I like that kind of stuff anyway. That's why I liked all the Assassin's Creed games. I like going throughout the history, but it's
the trailer for Valhalla looked really good. Like with the I don't even know what to call them, Vikings almost.
They are Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings.
It's not almost.
It looks fun. Yeah, those guys are dope.
And this is why it's Ice and Dum Dum.
Hey, what's up, guys? Dum Dum here.
Yeah, no, I mean, besides that, like I said, I'm obviously Halo. Like I said, I can't wait for that to come out. I'm gonna soak so much time into that game.
Yeah, I don't think anyone watching this podcast understands how much Ice likes his Halo. I mean, this guy will play Halo night and day until he can't feel his arms anymore.
I'd invent a different part of the day, like night, day, and like sway. That could be like between everything, and I'd play that.
Sure.
I'd play that.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So another thing Dum Dum and I do, like I think I mentioned earlier, was we used to go to the movies all the time before the crisis. We used to do every Thursday night. We'd hit the movies, see different movies. So when that starts back up, we'll definitely be talking about whatever movie we saw that week. But I'm trying to think.
I can't even remember the last movie that we saw. To be quite honest,
what was the last movie that was in? It was in March. I know that.
Yes. Yep. I bet if I went on my app right now, it would show me.
Yeah, it probably would. I'm trying.
I remember we watched The Hunt. I don't remember how long.
Yeah, I don't think that was the last one we saw though.
No.
But I'm trying to think what I'm looking forward to. When everything gets back in, I want to see. I always like the first Top Gun, so I'm excited to see what the new Top Gun. But I think that was postponed to next year.
Yeah, those are good movies.
Black Widow.
I don't know, man. The superhero movies have kind of been letting me down. I mean, like Birds of Prey, the last one I watched was I wanted to walk out in the middle of the theater. I really did.
I agree with you on that.
But there's people that loved it. I mean, you guys can comment if you want whether you liked it or hated it. But me personally, I think they went too corny.
The Hunt was the last movie we saw.
Dude, I'm a genius. I'm a literal genius, and they call me Dum Dum. You guys are idiots. Let's go.
The Hunt was the last one we saw.
I didn't even look at my app. I'm a genius.
Birds of Prey, I was not a fan of. But I mean,
and the other one, the X-Men girl that we watched.
The X-Men.
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix wasn't really the best either.
No, they've been slacking. They need to pick it up. Let's be real.
Yeah, but
Shazam was okay.
the mainline Marvel movies are pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I'm excited for Black Widow. And then I'm also excited for bringing back to my childhood. I used to watch them all the time, and I actually like the two newest ones, the Godzilla, but they're coming out with Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh, Godzillas are phenomenal. I'll watch the old Godzillas any day of the week.
I'm excited. I like I said, I like the two new ones too. Yeah. So besides that, I mean, I'm sure there's some other couple movies I'm forgetting about that I'm excited for. I'm looking for.
Yeah,
a good horror movie.
we were gonna go watch Tenet, but Ice 50 happened to his wife happened to pop out a child.
Yeah, we were supposed to get back into it a couple weeks ago, but the baby came a week and a half early, so threw us off a little bit.
We're still waiting to see if it's his. But
buddy. But no, so we'll be getting back into it. We'll be talking about movies. I don't know.
Favorite movie of all time.
Favorite movie of all time. Well, up until the John Wick movies, John Wick John Wick's my favorite movie of all time. My wife gets sick of how much I watch John Wick. Like, I can recite the first John Wick line by line. Like,
that's unhealthy.
It's sad.
He might need to get a restraining order against you, Keanu Reeves. I'm not sure.
Keanu. I love Keanu.
You see how he takes pictures with girls too? How he holds his
he's
hands not even touching them?
I am not getting in trouble.
That guy knows his stuff. He's not gonna get in trouble by any means.
No. I'd have to say before John Wick was out, my favorite movie of all time was a sci-fi movie called Starship Troopers. Have you ever seen it?
I've never heard of it. Never heard of it.
I love that movie. That movie was ahead of its time. Came out, I want to say the late 90s. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. I still watch that movie all the time too.
I think I've watched Dodgeball at least 100 times.
So is that your movie?
That's one of them, and the other one is Y'all Can Call Me Soft, but Perks of Being a Wallflower. Phenomenal movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, we're all gonna call you soft.
Yeah, you guys can call me whatever you want, but Dum Dum knows his movies.
It's Softy Dum Dum. That's pretty much what we got going on here.
That sounds like a fair food. Can I get a Softy Dum Dum? That's me after I drink a little too much.
Why you gotta bring up fairs? We can't do those right now.
Yeah. Well, the Big E is having a drive-through, but
there's only like 3 trucks.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really cluster with all the cars. So
yeah, screw that.
Forget that.
Yeah, I think besides that, you got anything else want to talk about? I know. Well, you're a Rocket League guy. Rocket League's doing something, aren't they? I don't know. I don't like Rocket League. I go on Rocket League to annoy you and the rest of my buddies that like Rocket League. That is what I like about Rocket League. If you guys want on the YouTube channel, I have a shoutcasting of me shoutcasting Dum Dum and my other buddy. You should definitely check that out. We laughed our butts off on that one.
I think I peed a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot. But yeah, Rocket League actually had an event today. Llama Rama is what it was called. Because the crossover with Fortnite,
which turns 3 today.
Yeah, but so I guess you can do a bunch of challenges in Rocket League right now and get yourself, Fortnite backpack bling and all this crap. But it took Rocket League a little bit to go free to play.
Well, what was the community dying? Is that why they went free to play? They were trying to get more people in.
No, so Psyonix got bought out by Epic Games. And Epic Games said they were going to go free to play because they charge, they switched the whole store around in Rocket League. Kind of like the Fortnite store where you can buy decals for your cars and stuff like that. Before, you kind of used to just get them by, you finish a game, you have a chance to get a certain item.
Yeah.
But now, they switched it a lot to like the Fortnite store. But it was supposed to go free to play in the summer, but they pushed it back a while. I mean, here we are at September. It just went free to play.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that was it. I think that was a pretty good first podcast. What do you think, Dum Dum?
Y'all rate, comment, subscribe about Perks of Being a Wallflower. Best movie ever. You can't hate on it.
Oh, you could definitely hate on anything Dum Dum says. It's actually, I'm pretty sure that's why you're Dum Dum. That's people can actually hate on everything you said.
If they don't like Perks of Being a Wallflower, they have to like Dodgeball. That's legendary movie by itself. Everyone knows the 5Ds. Like, let's be real.
Yes, everyone knows the 5Ds.
Yes, D.
Oh, jeez. All right, so I guess that's it. We'll catch you guys in the next one. I've been Ice.
Dum Dum here.
Thanks for watching, and see you later.
Peace.